Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is Sunderland, it is Bright Lights, it is episode 75 of Bright Lights, and welcome to 2019. I'm so glad to be back. 11 days off, from streaming, 11 days off, from South Australia. I was obviously in the Gold Coast, had a wonderful time. Thank you for asking. I bet that's what you were doing at the computer. How was your trip, David? It was great. But the one thing that 11 days taught me is that I really miss my streaming and I miss creating the YouTube content. It is grown part of my life now that I look forward to it so much. I reckon within 6 days of the trip, I was like, man, I wish I had my computer. Man, I wish I could release content. Man, I know I have, backlog of non-League to Legend because I couldn't go to sleep, so I filmed about 6 episodes. And as I'm filming this, only 3 episodes are out for non-League to Legend. The next 3 will come out in tomorrow. Or I might release episode 4 tonight. Depends. Anyhow, we are currently live on stream. Links in the description below. As always, come follow us on Twitch and on Twitter. We have currently been live for 4.5 hours, basically. 4 hours, 25 minutes. And we have gone through the transfer window. We highlighted one area that we needed to sign players in, and we signed 2 players for that particular area. That everybody in the stream and everybody in the YouTube world will know because they're current Rule Day players. For the first time in the save, we have signed real life quality players. That is correct. In 2025, Damien, who did you sign? Let's go find out. One of them will be starting today and the other one will be on the bench. But there we are. Don't worry, Godin hasn't been replaced. But if we go to the transfer history, there's a few names that jump to your mind right there, doesn't there? Especially one big one. But we will talk about the outs first because we always do. As you can see, on terms of totals, we actually made profit on the window, which we always have. On the outs, Isaac Silva is the main reason that Vendelin, I can't pronounce it. I can't even pronounce his first name. Since Tim has got Tim. Yeah, we'll call him Tim. Don't know where Tim came from, but hello, Tim. There we go. Since Tim, it came in because we obviously signed Isaac Silva. He wanted to go to the Chinese club because he wanted a bigger role. He wanted to be a key first-team player. I couldn't offer him that because we have Huller. And he was worth 28 mil, and they said there's 28 mil. And I said, look, he's 31, and he's on a massive wage. He got a wage rise. It was on 90k for us, 110 here. I couldn't justify it, so we did sell Isaac Silva for 28. Joe Silva, obviously, everybody knows that I don't like this player. Leeds of all clubs went in for him. I didn't like that Leeds was the club that he went to, but, never scored for us, but he scored 6 goals in 7 games for Portugal. I don't know how that works, but there we go. Jay De Silva is probably the biggest shock. We just have enough cover now at left back that we could afford to lose Jay De Silva. We obviously have Miranda, who's now been capped by Spain, and we have Wallace, and so De Silva made way for 15 mil to Everton. He was only a leading championship player, but as a player that spent a long time here, 4 years, or 3 years there, and he always played consistently well, apart from that last season that he had for us, where he kind of just grew into not a bad player. Pedro Arthur was a player that we did discuss to say that he was only coming in for 1 year to loan out Andrew Alcott. Alcott came back and has grown into a wonder kid potential player. I don't see him being a wonder kid, but see him being a very good backup option, doesn't Alcott. But that means that we were allowed to sell Pedro Arthur. We sold him on for slight profit. On 14 mil, we bought him for 10. Frank was obviously the left back that we bought in the Australian that we couldn't get a work permit for, which was confusing because he always played for Australia, was one of their key players. It was a player that had a lot of potential, but we never could have got a work permit for him, and every time went on loan, never got played enough. So to get, the 11 mil we did get for him wasn't bad. We bought him for 1, so we made profit. Same with Bob. We got him on a free, sold him for 6. He's never going to play for us. Yanis Elmatch and Ben Hard get the list. There is a few loan offers there. The few major ones is for Fana's loan offer has an optional 19 mil release fee to Werder. I'm hoping that he will go. Alexander's another one. He just never played well enough for us and never played well enough on loan. He has got a mandatory release fee of 18.25 mil. We sold him for 54. We signed him for 55k. If Lazio make the top 4, for anyone that doesn't know, Lazio in the save finished 5th last season, but they won the Europa League 2 seasons ago. We obviously won it last year, and the year before that when they knocked us out in the semi-final, they did win it. So they have qualified for Europe before. They've got a very good squad. Wallace is vice-captain. Wallace is obviously a centre-back. We use that HK. That was an absolute monster at 30. We signed him at 30. He's still worth 41 mil. I think that Lazio side is definitely capable of getting Champions League, which obviously does it. Anyone else there that really doesn't matter? No, not really. Like Lopez went on loan to Spurs, but I don't think he'll ever play for Spurs. I don't think he'll ever play for us. I didn't want to get rid of Jasmine. This is the one that did annoy me, but he wanted to play from the off in the season, and I couldn't justify it because of Nakamura's great form in preseason, great form last season. He won Player of the Year for us. So I told him, look, I don't want to let you go, but I don't want to start you. So he's like, can I go on loan, please, boss? And I was like, look, it's the lesser of two evils you can. But you're here for this. You're here for the N'Golo Kante. You're here for the Fabinho. But we are going to start with Duras, who I didn't think I touched on last season. I can't remember. It was last year. Last year was a long time ago. It was 11 days ago. It wasn't even 11 days ago. It was 6 days ago. Anyhow, just a player that's fickle, which I don't like. I didn't see that until after I signed him. Just got very good stats. He's obviously got a very good, he's got a decent report. He wasn't great, but to pick him up for a very measly fee of 625k, we're going to make profit on the kid. And I hope it's a big one. The next one is N'Golo Kante. Now, this was the weird one because he doesn't fit how we play in our system. We play our system with, traditionally an advanced playmaker and a Mazzala, and it's worked. But there was a part of me that needs to say to myself that, look, there is definitely a part that we maybe aren't industrious enough in the midfield. We don't have that real ball winner. Kante gives you that. And in pre-season, he was N'Golo Kante. Covered the world, won the ball back, and you're like, oh man, Kante at 34 still has it. He's still world-class. However, he is losing his pace slowly but surely, but he has natural fitness of 18, which means he will keep it for a lot longer than other players will. And he's mentally sensational. I'm thinking as him as a ball-winning midfielder when he does play for us on support and just tell him to go, run around, win the ball, get rid of it. He could play box-to-box as well. He played box-to-box in pre-season, was really good. So it depends how we use him, but he will be on the bench today. And that is because we did sign Fabinho. But we will talk about Tim. Tim came from Man United. We did sign him for 23 mil, which was his transfer release fee. Look, we sold Isaac out for 20. We sold Isaac for 28. We bought him in for 23, who I think is a better player for the future. He's 26, so we're here for the next few years. 99k is a little bit more than I wanted to pay. There's a Colombian kid that I really wanted to get in. Couldn't get a work permit for him. That one cost me 2 mil when it would have been 40k wage. I'd tried as much wage as I wanted. I was like, 40k should be enough. It wasn't. Unfortunate for us, but there we go. I think he's gone his way to PSG now. But yeah, and then Fabinho. This is a happy accident. Fabinho came up and I was like, he was interested. It was a scout report, but he was happy at Liverpool. Zidane didn't transfer list him or anything. Zidane, the manager at Liverpool. And I kind of just went to Liverpool and said, look, I can't not help myself but bid 48 mil for Fabinho because that was what he was valued at. And Liverpool said, yeah, you can have him. I was like, oh, okay. There you go. That's Fabinho done. He is on a big wage, but you can see how good he is. He's a world-class elite midfielder, and as a box-to-box midfielder, someone that can get forward, someone that can get back, someone that can tackle, someone that can do it all, someone that's got great determination, great leadership, can help out and be a team leader. He's sensational. With the signings we've made, I've told the Twitch channel that I reckon I expect us to finish in the top 4 easy. I expect us to finish third, myself, and just be behind City and Liverpool, who are going to duke it out for the title. I don't expect to win the title this year, but if out of the two competitions in terms of the Champions League or the league, I think the league's the one that we are more likely to win if you were to pencil it. I think we can do well on both fronts. I think we can make it out the group if we get a combined group. But there we are. The one thing we are going to talk about is Alvaro has finally got a work permit. He is there. Individual training to start. I recommend individual free kick taking. Okay. He's got very good free kick taking. I don't know why you would, but by all means, we'll listen to the coach right now. Didn't have the best of preseason. Couldn't find a goal, but like last season scored 20 and 37 for Sevilla. So off the bench, we've actually got quality. It means our bench looks like Van Dijk, Kim Jan, Tim, Durant, Kante, King, and Alvaro. Smithies is still here, but we do have to talk about Joe Smith. He has grown. He's played under 20 football for England. He's come back and said that he's going to be the next Gordon Banks. This guy will be in and around the first team this season, and you might see Smithies take a little bit of a backward step this season just to play a little bit more of Joe Smith. He's still got Alcott, Wallace, Nagai. Trying to get Fofana out. Obviously, we know that Rab was another one, but we couldn't get an offer for him. Marquez is here. And then his starting 11 is still going to be Burgess, Daniel, who's kicked up a fuss because he couldn't join PSG. Same as the Liverpool saga. Hopefully he can still play as well. Ives, Miranda, Dosek, Fabinho, Godin, Hala, Nakamura, and Adri in. I'm expecting a lot from this team. I'm expecting us to go and win it. I tried to sell you Max, but it didn't happen. Max Power wants to leave, and I wanted to sell him too. But unfortunately, no one came in for him. Play Smithies, says Jackson. Can't play Smithies in the first game of the season. We need to win the first game of the season. We can definitely play Smithies against Stoke. But there we are. Inbox of 5. There we go. Fitness test. Dosek's 100% fit to play. Our squad is in very good shape. If you look at the star rating, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leading players, 6 leading players, 7 leading players because 3.5 stars leading, according to our scouts, and then a couple of good players, and like Godin's wanted by Chelsea, but they won't come in and we won't sell. And of course, for the first goal of the stream and the first goal of 2019 and the first goal of pre-season, Mike Godin scored a volley. So, what's new? Anyhow, I'm excited to be back. And let's go out there and let's do it. I've got a great parody. One kiss for FM19. I've only got one line though. Want to hear my version of Kiss? Go ahead, Clayton. Go ahead. This is going to be interesting. As we look at West Brom, they've got a decent side. There's a Gabriel Palistas there. He's obviously a bit over the hill by now. I do expect Adlerin to give him the runaround. Messina's captain, but he's not bad. And then we've got a couple of regens. Virhana's actually a very decent player. You know, he's very well rounded, but he's never great. So I pressed the home button. But, you know, I expect us to win. Score predictions in the chat, lads. Score predictions in the chat. Links in the description below to come follow us on Twitch and Twitter. Why wouldn't you? One miss and it's all it takes. One miss and all it takes. Go out there and impress me, boys. I have faith in you. Go and do the job. I'm going to set the opposition instructions as always. Actually, we don't. We've been doing it like this, I believe. We're going to go always there. I'm going to go always there. We're going to show him onto the right. We're going to show him onto the left. And we're never going to press the midfielders. Sorry, the centre-backs, because that's something that we don't do. We are going to go and show both of these on always. And we're going to man mark the striker. And that one there is going to be shown on his left. And that one there is going to be shown on his right. Just to show him away. There we are. They reckon we're going to win 3-1. I prefer it if they played one in the middle. But when they play two, we don't press. We just let it naturally happen. Anyway, we'll play this game here. In we go. And that's because we played pre-season. We were beating some side. We were beating Fylde 5-0. So we went to that. Anyway. 6 seconds played, so you haven't missed much. It is us in the blue, West Brom in the white. Don't know why we just don't wear red on this sort of occasion, but there we are. Anyway, Jensen with the ball. Jensen's ball out wide there to Smith. Smith now with the ball in back post. Are we going to concede from kickoff in the first game of the Premier League season, or is this going to be the end of the highlight? Vilhena finds the pull into Ez. Ez now with the ball. Highlight's still going here. Making sure I'm not comprehensive. I'm not. There we go. All right, we're just going to have to sweat this one out. Vilhena with the ball. Still Vilhena. 40 seconds play, which makes me very worried that there's going to be a goal-scoring opportunity here. Smith's ball in. It's blocked. It's a corner. This is not the greatest start to the Premier League season, that is for sure. But as long as we're there, as long as we are okay and we get through this corner, we can get into the game. Fabinho heads away, and that should be that. There we go. Can we just get a foothold in the game? We can't. 3 minutes in, Gabriel, Vilhena now, into the pool to Messina. Messina now, ball in, back stick. Everyone's missed it. How are we not 1-0 down? That is where you definitely tell everybody, get creative, get your foot on the ball, and start creating, please. There we are. Diogo into Ives now. The one thing we did notice from last season is when Daniel's unhappy, Daniel doesn't play well. But when Daniel's happy, he's the best centre-back we got. So I'm hoping that Ives and Daniel have created enough of a partnership that Ives can see him through it. As Adrian gets on it, his ball out towards Nakamura's blocked, but Fabinho, then the box-to-box roll gets there, driving forward, looks for Nicholas Adrian. He's hit the post. You would have put your house on you won the kid, the French international scoring that one. But he's put it into the post, and after 5 minutes, it's 0-0 as the ball comes in. Nakamura straight into Werner's hands, and still 0-0 after 6 minutes played. Not dominating possession, which is really strange for us, but it's only been 10 minutes, so there's still plenty of time. As Adrian, his ball out wide, looks for Miranda. Miranda now, can he whip a ball in? Gets there, does whip it. Adrian's there, it's blocked. Haller on the follow-up. And it is 1-0 Sunderland. Worrying that Adrian hasn't scored either of the two chances that's come his way, because he usually eats them up for breakfast, lunch and dinner. But, however, Haller's alive to it, and we are 1-0 up there. We haven't deserved to be 1-0 up, but in the last couple of minutes we have created a couple of chances, and Haller, the club captain, won't miss that one there. The leading winger, and it's a highlight for Lambert from the free kick, and Diogo's done enough. It wasn't convincing, but he's done enough, and we're used to that. Goal line technology. Welcome back to FM19, Damien. Holiday, where we get to see pointless there. Welcome back from holiday, you see pointless highlights. But there we go. Anyway, starting to dominate the game now after the goal. Seems to have settled us. We got into 55% possession. They're still playing 4-2-3-1, which is okay. And Miranda's on it, and off we go. The ball in, headed away. Fabinho was in the box, which I don't like. I prefer him to be sitting in that role, but it's okay. Vilhena there finds the pull. The pull now with the ball. Can we win this one back? We've pressed enough here to get numbers out wide. Now, as long as we just get a tackle in, we're okay. And that's why we show people wide to the line. So you press in, you know, get the space, and off we go. Anyway, well, you constrict the space, and then you win the ball, and off you go. As Godin finds Haller. If we score from this, I'm going to rewind and watch that back. Haller with the ball. Still with Haller. Looking for Nakamura. Heads down. Fabinho there from distance. Will he have one? He doesn't. Nakamura now back to Fabinho from distance. Oh, it's just wide. There we are. Anyway, Messina with the ball. Still with Messina. Into the pool. Ball over the top towards Lambert. He's having a very good game. Lambert blocked. Gotta go to opposition instructions here. I'm going to tell everybody to man-mark Lambert. And there we go. And show him until his weaker foot. I thought I've already put him on tight marking, but we put him on pressing, which is obviously a mistake. But we'll keep him on pressing because he hasn't scored yet. But we will want to tightly mark him because we are losing him. The two centre-backs have been losing him. Anyway, Haller, corner, back stick. There goes Daniel. And there he is. For all the transfer drama, Daniel is running off to celebrate with the fans. And there he is. Something that hasn't been a major part of his game of late, well, of the last couple of seasons. He always likes to put these chances high and wide. But for once, he climbs over the top. I don't know, he's climbed over the top of Adri in there and has stolen it off his head. And it's another corner, 30 minutes in. Haller ball, back stick, headed away from Adams. Fabinho knocks down Burgess there. Will Burgess, can he turn? He does it. Lays it to Godin. And Godin's onside. And it wouldn't be the start of a season without a Mike Godin goal. Burgess finds Godin. The two youngsters that we have picked up on the cheap that are now absolute stars of the save. And there we are. Probably my two favourite players on the save. You know, Burgess does a lot of dirty work that is unseen, and Godin's Godin. Godin's the god, and he won't miss that one there. And Mike scores, and we're 3-0 up, and all of a sudden, we're in cruise control, and it could be 4. Smith's ball was only as far as Miranda. Back in the Adri, and he loves his half space. He gets crunched, and Smith wins it back. And maybe it's a chance for West Brom to make it 3-1 here. Never mind, Fabinho wins it. And that's why we bought him for. Fabinho and Dosek linking up. They're back to Dosek as well. The midfielder keeper will find Ives, who's decent with the ball. We'll find Miranda. We love to keep it in the tight space. We'll play for a press. We don't care who's pressing us, apart from Liverpool. The ball was not great, and now will be the pull on it. Over the top to Lambert. It's a great ball. Lambert's in 1v1 versus Diogo. And he just went with the wrong choice there, Lambert. Tried a chip. Wasn't on. Anyway, a little bit of a let-off. Could have been 3-1 there. Instead, it's still 3-0. And it will be Werner to go long from the goal kick. Instead, he goes short to Werner. Can we press in here and win it? Show to pull wide. We don't, which allows him to play this ball inside. Ives gets up and finds Daniel. Barring a defensive mistake, we should be okay. Daniel's ball over the top looking to release Haller. Won't, but can we win the second one? We don't win with Brenner. He'll find Ez. Ez blocked there for Fabinho, but it falls back to him. And now the ball out wide towards Matthew Smith. Matthew Smith's ball over the top finds Lambert again using his pace. Diogo's there, but Matthew Smith, or Leon Smith, sorry, won't miss that one. There's a Matthew Smith here and Leon Lambert there. What's Lambert like? He's got 10 finishing. Come off it. Anyway, 3-1. Not like us to keep a clean sheet anyway. We always concede. And the ball over the top and Leon Lambert there with the goal. And there we go. 3-1. Lambert's having a very good game. He's been running us ragged. He's got very good off the ball and very good pace. So it's not like it's, not like it's easy for our centre-backs to pick him up. But 3-1 at the moment. Half-time, winning in the first game of the season. I'm happy with this, and we'll start the second half. Adrian finds Fabinho. Fabinho now in the Dosek. Dosek now with it. Finds Miranda. Miranda now. And that'll be that. It should be okay here. Look. We should be seeing this game out. Fabinho apparently is not having his best game. I actually think he's been playing alright, but, we'll get Kante in there, because it's Kante. Alright, Kante's coming in, boys. His name is N'Golo Kante. Get him in. N'Golo Kante. Box to box, boys. We're going to play him as a box to box. I don't care that he's got not as much speed as he once used to. He's still world class. Messina finds Werner. Werner with the ball. Ease now. Back into Messina. Milky. It's okay. My cheeky dog, letting us know he's here. Anyway, Haller now with the ball. Finds Dosek. Looks for Burgess. Burgess with it. Still with Burgess. Can we play out? Burgess finds Dosek. Turns out, looking for Haller. Great touch from Haller to take him away from the defenders. And off he goes with the speed. We know he can beat a few. Gets tackled. Falls to Adrian. Still with Adrian. Nicholas. Great save from Werner, though. Adrian not really being himself out there today. And we are going to bring Averell in now, who is a very good replacement. Not King, Averell. There we are. Averell's obviously 194 centimetres and is just as good. And he scored 17 goals and 32 for South Africa. He scored 20 last season. I would love to see him come off the bench on his debut and score. And there we are. He hasn't scored a goal in pre-season, but he did have a couple of games where we saw glimpses of what he can do. Dosek now finds Ives. Ives now. A goal to West Brom would make this very interesting. But we don't want to think like that. We just want to say we're going to score a fourth. Ives now with the ball. Finds the ball inside the Miranda. Miranda there back into Luciero. Luciero's ball over the top there. It's headed away from Adams, but can we win the second ball? Nakamura doesn't. Falls to Kante. Still with Kante. Kante! I would have absolutely cried if he scored one from distance. It's not the N'Golo Kante way. Anyway, time ticking away here. And still a highlight here to Ease. Ease's ball there into Vilhena. Vilhena now in the Jensen. Jensen now. His ball inside, looking for Smith. Smith's ball in there to Leon. It's cleared, but only as far as Leon Lambert. And here we go. Here we go. Typical Sunderland. It is squeaky bum time. Got to move Conte to just ball-winning defence. Just shield. So out of nothing, it is going to be 3-2. We've dominated the game, and we've conceded twice. Ives' clearance is just poor. Leon just picks it up, and Leon Lambert doesn't miss. Dominated the game. Could have been 3 or 4-2 up if we could have given him that second one. But there we are. All right. Anyhow, still on positive here. We will make a change in the 89th. There we are. That is the 89th. So we're going to go, obviously, very defensive. Team instructions of a little bit more narrow. Gotta go with a lot of time wasting here, whenever possible. Much shorter passing. Don't forget to play down left or the right. Be a little bit more disciplined in transition. We're obviously going to hold our shape, regroup, slow down the pace. And obviously out of possession, we are going to just drop off. And just press a little bit less. And obviously there's a little bit less tighter marking. With that in mind, we are going to go, and once those changes do, we're going to concede now. Godin's ball there. Finds Haller. Still with Haller. Haller now. Ball over the top to Nakamura. Finish, please. God, same old Sunderland. Another year of same old Sunderland that can't finish chances. Make a change. Haller's off. Actually, we'll maybe take Nakamura off. Haller's had the better game. And we're going to get Nakamura in as 5 at the back. And we are going to bring Kim Jan in just to help that defensive line. Haller's going to come and play in the centre, even though he can't really play it. And that's okay. How did I get a corner from nothing? Thank God. Welcome back, Damien. Welcome back to Football Manager, where it's always a sweat. Dominated this game. Could have been 4-5, 2 up. Just put your chance away, boys. No. That should be game over. Thank God that's going to be a win for the first game of the season, because I could not handle drawing a West Brom. We win, but there we go. Team talk there. Look, your first half was fantastic, but the second half showing was unacceptable, and they take that on the chin. And look, that's how far we've come. Most times we'll tell them, we're happy with that. That's a win. We've now got to the stage of the same where it's like, no, we're not. We have to be winning games better than that. We have to be seeing them out. We have to be utterly professional. We have to be winning that one 3-1. You have to be winning that one 4-1. You have to put away your chances. Instead, Adrian's let us down. Nakamura's let us down for the first time in a very long time. And there we are. And Fofana letting every team that he plays down, because he's got another 6.5. Anyhow, for everybody on YouTube, it is great to be back. Links in the description below to the Twitch and to the Twitter. That's the end of episode 75. And I'll see you for episode 76 of Bright Lights, which will be the Champions League draw and probably the first Champions League game as well. We'll see you next time for more Bright Lights with Damien and Sunderland. Goodbye.